There's a great expose in The Atlantic about the scam that is renting your cable box from your cable provider. Renting cable boxes leads to a ton of profit for cable companies. It's completely unnecessary, and it also takes away the incentive for them to actually give you up to date and new technology. And earlier this year, a US Senate study found that American households pay on average $231 a year to rent cable boxes, and that 99% of cable customers are renting their equipment. This gives the cable industry no incentive to innovate, to make better cable boxes. And since you also have a basically monopolistic situation with cable companies as it is, who are you going to switch your business to, Lewis, if you don't like the fact that you've got to rent this crappy cable box?
Yeah, to another crappy company where you have to rent another box.
And to be clear, you don't have to rent your cable box. There is an FCC rule which says that if an individual has an alternative technology solution, that your cable operator may charge you to lease a cable card or tuning adapter, but you cannot be charged any additional service fees for using your own cable ready box. Few people know about it, and even fewer are actually going out and doing this. And you know what? I fall into this. For me, it's like it's just easier to rent the cable box, and the cable boxes generally stink. The one I had in Brooklyn with Time Warner Cable was a disaster. The Comcast cable boxes in Massachusetts are marginally better. They freeze all the time. They shut down all the time. You got to call in and have the things reset. And this is a similar situation to what's going on with these leased solar energy systems. A door-to-door salesperson showed up at my dad's house recently with the pitch that they'll put the solar system in, the solar power system in. You don't have to pay for any of the equipment. And if you Google those plans, one of the biggest issues is you're signing like a 20 or 30-year contract to have that company's equipment on the roof of your home, and they are under no obligation to change that equipment so that you have up-to-date solar panels. And of course, in 5 years, in 10 years, we're going to have drastically better solar technology because you have a 20-year contract to lease that particular company's equipment. They have no incentive whatsoever to get you better equipment. And it's a very similar situation to the disincentive that cable companies have because everybody is renting these cable boxes at significant cost for inferior technology.
I think you can probably take this problem and apply it to just about every industry in the country. I mean, so many companies have no incentive to better their products because of rules like this in place all over. It's crazy.
And I know that this is a first world problem, but it is yet another way in which these companies are taking advantage of people and just pulling as much money as they can out and providing an inferior service and inferior product. So number one, be aware that you're under no obligation to use that company's cable box, but the reality is that it's not the most convenient thing to go out and get your own equipment and then lease the cable card from the company. Even if you know you don't have to go with the status quo, it's still a huge pain.
Massive pain, and we need alternatives. We need municipalities setting up their own services, but that's really not happening in too many places.
Let's take a break. I'm on Twitter, twitter.com/dpakman. Producer Lewis is on Twitter at twitter.com/Lewis Motamedy. Lewis, how many followers are you up to? Every time we mention it, you get a few more.
I think I'm still under 400 right now.
All right. Well, last time I checked, you were at 230. So that means we're climbing. Follow Lewis, twitter.com/Lewis Motamedy.